and I am coming back at you this month with the little background of what's been happening in our life in the month of September. We had a really fun month. In the last 2 days, yesterday and today, the weather has been phenomenal. Finally got under 80 degrees, so I have been outside most of the time and in just a really happy mood. I'm not a heat kind of a girl. I don't really care for really hot, humid weather, and that's sort of the way Georgia is. So I am really happy that it's been like 60 degrees at night and 75 during the day. It's perfect. So I've been having a lot of fun. Some other things, if you saw my Instagram post about some of the pillows that I got, I realized we had one pillow on our big sectional couch. There it is, actually. And it was just looking a little lonely, so I went to Target because they never let you down, and I got this pillow, which you might have seen. It's like one of those longer ones, and it was only $11. So there's one. And if you guys are also looking for kind of like thrifty ways to, you know, change up a room, I really would suggest getting just pillow covers. Like this I got on Amazon, and I think I posted it in the sidebar of the blog, and I think it was either this one or the other one that was $7 and one was like $13. So here's the other one as well, and they're like about 20 inches. But a really cheap way to change up your room a little bit, just the decor from season to season, and so check those out. We also decided one night about 10:30, it was a Friday night, and I was like, you know what, we don't ever go out anymore, it's a Friday night, what are we doing in? And so I threw on a dress and we went to one of the bars in our downtown area, and we had a really great night of people watching. Mostly it seemed like it was 62-year-old couples clubbing and women dancing to the wobble. So more than anything, it was really good entertainment, and we kind of capped off the night by getting a cigar at one of the cigar bars and sitting on a bench and talking until 12:30 when we finally went home. So that was kind of our spontaneous date of the month, I would say. For my birthday, Tom took me to Savannah, which, if you haven't seen the post on that, there's a bunch of pictures, and we had a lot of fun. We drove over to Tybee Island while we were there. We stayed in an Airbnb, we saw the ocean. My favorite part about it, I think, was the good coffee. They have roasteries in the area, so we had a really awesome cup of coffee at Perk Coffee in Savannah. They have great shops just to wander through and amazing antiques, and we had a good time looking at all the old buildings, and mostly we just goofed around. So Tom and I are very playful, and so we mostly had a lot of fun just kind of goofing around the squares and all that kind of thing. Later in the month, my parents came to visit. Actually, they were just here a couple of days ago, so towards the end of the month. And they stayed with us for a few days, and while they were here, we took them to one of the outlet malls. My mom wanted to go to the Pottery Barn outlet, and while we were there, we discovered a Culver's, which there are no Culver's here. It's a northern chain, and we had no idea it was there. So now I think we'll be making the hour-long drive to get a Butterburger. I also made donuts with my mom. I have never made homemade donuts, but also when we were in Savannah, we had an awesome donut, and I wanted to see if that's something I could figure out how to do. If it's difficult, I kind of like challenging baking. We made a ton of donuts and ended up throwing most of them away just because there were so many. But that was really fun doing that with my mom. She's sort of my baking and cooking mentor. I would call her the master. And so I liked having the master in my house to teach me all these different things. My mom helped figure out the arrangement for hanging things on either side of our TV. So basically we just simplified it and took down most of what we had. I'm grateful for that because I was feeling a little lost in terms of how to hang things on our walls. Something else that I don't have any photos of or anything, but Portlandia, if any of you are fans of that show, they have new episodes on Netflix. It's really weird humor, and I think a lot of people probably don't get into it, but Tom and I just love it. It's so bizarre, and Fred Armisen just absolutely cracks me up. His face, he has these big, like, expressive eyes. I wouldn't actually recommend the show to anybody just because it is such weird humor that I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't like it, but if you're into kind of bizarre humor, I would suggest giving Portlandia a try. That's just kind of been the background. Again, I'm so happy that the weather is cooled off and I can wear boots and leggings and sweaters and all that stuff and not look crazy, because I kind of try to force fall fashion like in August when it's still 100 degrees here. So I'm just so happy that it's nice out. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great September. Have a happy October, and we'll see you next month.